Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Iyanuoluwa Fagbiye Temitope and welcome back to a new movie review. Please do note that this is the part 1 of my review on Bridgerton season 2. I'll be reviewing scenes from or what I've observed or what my thoughts are and what my afterthoughts were after watching episode 1, 2, 3 and 4 of Bridgerton season 2. If you are in for movie reviews like this, please keep on watching. Bridgerton was released, the season 2 was released on the 25th of March 2022. It came out on a Friday. Everyone was excited. People were looking forward to it. Many of us were talking about it on social media. But what do we think about it being released? Do leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I want to know what you as well think about Bridgerton season 2. And of course, if my thoughts or my opinions are aligned with yours, please also comment in the comment section. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and of course share the video with those you think will love it. And let's get into the movie review itself. Now, what do I think about the movie? I mean season 2. Now, I think it's a beautiful one so far because I'm only going to be reviewing episode 1, 2, 3 and 4, but in my part 2, which I'll be releasing or uploading soon, I'll be reviewing 5, 6, 7 and 8. So I think the Duke was a distraction last season. I wouldn't, if I'm looking at it from the, if I'm being honest here, I felt it was a distraction last season, but I felt it was also necessary for him to have been in the previous season. But I felt the fans were the ones who made it. We the fans were distracted because he was in it. There were a lot of distraction. We could also see that the difference this season is so clear that there's a difference this season, and because more attention is not being paid to him this particular season. More attention is being paid to a different character, the Sharmas, and of course the Bridgerton family itself. Now I feel the new season of Bridgerton is quite interesting and delightful to watch. Now, is this a thing about Shonda Rhimes? I don't know. Whereby she makes episode 1 of most of films I've seen her write longer than what we expect. Most of the series I've seen her write, episode 1 is always more than an hour. I don't know if this is a thing anyone too has observed about Shonda Rhimes. Any movie she writes, look at How to Get Away with Murder, look at the first episodes of most of all these movies, even Inventing Anna. Look at the first episode, look at the last episodes. I think it is something common with Shonda Rhimes. The first episode and the last episodes are always longer than what we would expect on a normal day. I don't know if that's what you have as well have observed, but that is what I have observed over time with Shonda Rhimes' style of writing. Now, and of course, the attention to detail is something also remarkable about this season. They pay attention to details from the clothing to the accessories they are using to the buildings to the storytelling itself. It is interesting. Now, what do I think about the plot? The plot of the movie, well, so far has been great because it's based on a book. So you can't really go wrong because it's a fiction also. It's a fiction character, but the fact is we can't write off the fact that this is probably what happened then when that particular book was written, or they are writing based on experience or life experiences of some people. But obviously it's a little fiction and a little of reality. I don't know how you guys see it, but I feel it's of both sides and not just only fiction. Now, what do I think about the casting? The casting of Bridgerton season 2, I think it's fair enough because I saw a lot of people who are Nigerians on their crew. Shout out to you guys. I saw 2 at least names on the crew member who are Nigerians. And of course, the cast itself in general There are a lot of people, yes, I saw from last season who I wanted to. One thing fascinating also about Bridgerton season 2 is the storyline, as I said earlier, or as I was saying. Um, we got to see the before and the present of Lord Bridgerton. It's not a really amazing story to tell because he was stung by a bee and then he died. But it's beautiful to see how their life changed even after his death and the progress they've made as a family in general. And one other thing I I love about this episode. It's all about the Bridgerton's country visit, whereby Edwin Sharma and Miss Sharma paid a visit to them because Sharma's sister Edwina was picked as she was picked or selected by the Queen as the season's diamond. I I saw this coming, or many of us who are watching saw this coming, so it was not something that was not expected. Now, what are my afterthoughts about Bridgerton's episode 1, 2, 3, and 4? Now, so far, it is quite glaring that many of us now have an idea or know who Lady Whistledown is. I know that was one of those speculations last season. Who is she? Is it Penelope? Or many of us were confused. Many of us argued about this on Twitter and even physically, through words of mouth. Many of us argued this, but I think it's quite obvious. Also, we know it is evident that Miss Sharma, Edwina's sister, has affection for Lord Bridgerton, and I feel if they really have this affection for each other, only that okay before they at the ending of episode 4 we saw that he proposed to Edwina. I felt they should have made their intentions known on time. She liked him obviously, but she had this hit kind of hit and love kind of they had this hit and love kind of relationship, which I felt was unnecessary. But we see it happen often times, and I feel their intentions, you should make their intentions known, as Daphne said, because a repeat of what happened to Daphne and what's his name, the Duke at that time in season 1, I don't think a repeat should happen in this season. But and of course we saw one that happened with Lady Frederickton. I felt her behavior was uncalled for and unnecessary, but I see that character as a dubious one. That was what I wrote down here. I see it as a dubious one, and we saw. I felt we saw just one ball this season. So far I've seen just one ball, and I felt it was not like last season when we kept seeing many balls like that coming up. And also convincingly, we all know who Lady Whistledown is, as I said earlier. Now let me know what your thoughts are about Bridgerton season 2 till I come your way in the next part 2 in part 2 of Bridgerton, where I'll be reviewing episode 5, 6, 7, and 8. Please do want to leave me your comments in the comment section. Do want to like this video, do want to subscribe. You can find me across all social media platforms at Temitopedancer. Bye bye.